Jitka, let's focus first of all on what the Ferns did against the US. It was outside of a window. You were without a whole bunch of players. What were your main takeaways from that two-game US tour?
It was such a successful tour, I have to say. So many opportunities open up for players who we haven't seen for a while, been working hard in their clubs. We invited new players who had their first caps. And I really believe it inspired a lot of fans in New Zealand to watch us more and to start playing football. We are receiving a lot of messages from young girls and boys about how they are ready to be one day a football Fern or all white. So that's something what we were aiming for, and having a record in audience is amazing. So. And of course, it's still, we keep preparing for the World Cup, and it was another great opportunity for our team to make another step.
Yeah, you had the chance to obviously bring in players that you hadn't seen before and some of those returning fringe players. Who really impressed you? Give us some names.
Obviously, I have to first say that it was a huge credit to the whole team, because we really were united on the field, off the field. So it was incredible just to see how this team was connected and how this team actually worked together. And then obviously having, for example, Anna Green playing 92 full minutes. And, you know, she hasn't been playing since April with us. So she stood up big time for everybody. I think Ashley Ward had very similar journey like her. She started last game against Korea in 2021. We had players like Grace Neville, who was with us a year ago and hasn't stepped on the field. But she has started a game against the top in the world and handled it very well. So there was a lot of names that stood up, but I would say the biggest positive was how this team actually really worked for each other.
Is it a case now of spreading that experience through that wide base?
Yeah, I think this was still a great opportunity for us to bring new faces in and revisit some of the ones that we haven't seen for a while. And obviously now knowing we have another tour in February, actually in 3 weeks, when it is a FIFA window, so we can bring the players who we think are at this stage in the best shape. And knowing we still have a tour in April, we still want to train together in May and June. So the roster is going to be more narrow from now, but I know that we saw a lot of players during those 1 year and couple months that in this new cycle for the preparation for the World Cup, and I'm sure we haven't missed anyone.
Did Anna Green and Ali Riley, did they give you food for thought? Is that a pairing that you might persist with in the heart of defence?
Yeah, I'm very glad that even Ali Riley, who is obviously her primary position is a wing-back and playing on the flank, or even higher on the flank, she grabbed this opportunity really well and showed that she can actually play a centre-back, and she played such a huge role in this team as a leader. You know, she was talking to the team during the game and was leading the line, was leading the midfield in front of her. So she really stood up, and it's great to see how versatile she can be. And then, yeah, Anna Green, it's great to see that she can still compete.
What did you say to Ali Riley at Eden Park? Because she smashed her hand, she comes from the field, then you just sidle up next to her, whisper in her ear something, and she starts cracking up. What was it?
Well, sometimes our messages just need to stay between us.
Oh. What about just between us and the people watching?
Yeah, I know the cameras are around, so yeah. Well, it was about tactical adjustments, but obviously...
A funny tactical adjustment.
We took it a little bit our way.
Did you lean over to Ali and whisper and say, this USA team is really, really good? Because I think for the casual fan who hadn't seen this US team in person, they are very, very good, aren't they?
Well, you could see why they are #1 in the world, and there is... It's the team that even if they are making some changes on the field, it really doesn't feel as a change. They play the same way. They are very athletic. They are very technical, very very possession oriented, but with penetration. So they are always looking for passes forward and how quickly they can get to their final third. So, and obviously their habits just going back and recover if they lose the ball, how quickly they want to win the ball again. That's why they are number one in women's football.
And it might be too soon for this World Cup this year, but how does New Zealand get to that similar level, or at least improve the performances on the field to achieve that same football?
I am very thankful that our New Zealand Football Federation is actually really organizing every FIFA window, actually even outside of the FIFA window, the international games, which is very important to measure us against the opposition regularly. And then very important piece is where the players are in daily environment. So obviously now we try to find the clubs in Europe, in USA, where they can be challenged as much as possible. And I'm even thankful for Wellington Phoenix that we have.
I don't play for them. I'm not.
Well,
part of them.
I love your shirt. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay. I guess mine not so much.
Patrick, you look awesome.
Thank you very much.
So it is. It's something what I believe when I was here 8 years ago, I was really pushing hard if we can have a team that can play A-League, because I was just coming from A-League as a Canberra United coach, knowing that it would be great to have more teams in the league and more competition in that league. And I'm now very happy that we have Wellington Phoenix, who is playing now A-League, and we have a lot of players at this point in that club. And yeah, that's where we need to push our players to be in good professional daily environment so they can grow and develop daily.
Well, let's talk about my Wellington Phoenix. It is my club after all. I've got a few good players coming through the ranks, the likes of Millie Clegg, Mickey Foster. They are yet to see game time or squad time with the football Ferns. Have you still got your eye on players like that who haven't quite made the step up to international football?
The door is still open. The door is still open. I always really, when we pick the roster, we discuss with the coaches for long hours about who should be coming in, who is in the best shape, who do we want to see now. And yeah, Millie Clegg is an incredible forward. I saw her during Under-20 World Cup. I was actually in Costa Rica being with the team and observing the players, observing the team. And yeah, she is the one who we can see in the future. And I'm glad that Michaela Foster is doing really good job, and she has solid performances every game that she is playing.
Well, you speak up Millie Clegg. Is that where our goals are going to come from, Jitka? Because it's still a concern that we're not putting the ball in the back of the net.
Like, obviously, she's still, I believe, 17 years old. So we all agreed. I talked to her about let's focus on the first season. That's her first professional season with Phoenix. So it's great. I was happy to see that she's a starter for Phoenix this weekend, and having a goal, having assist, and being so influential on the field. That's what we said. Let's focus on that and be more consistent in the club. And then yeah, the door is open.
Now, as a manager, a head coach, you've got to make some difficult calls, difficult substitutions. Now, sadly, we can't have you for the whole show. We've got to sub you out for Jacob Spoonley, who's coming in shortly. How does it feel to be subbed out for a guy who produces a piece of play like this while wearing the captain's armband for Auckland City? That's him rolling around on the ground in yellow.
Well, get up, man.
Oh, look, it's a pleasure to see it every week, and I love the reactions of our guests every time they see it. Yeah, captain's armband and all.
Wow.
So, yeah, we're going to have to sub you out. But, Jitka, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the couch at the Kiwi Football Fix. Looking forward to seeing what you provide us with against Portugal and Argentina next month.
Yeah.
Go well.
We are very excited, and this time we are really going to focus even on the results.
And you'll be in Hamilton, which is even better as well.
Yep, we can't wait.
Okay, yeah. Good stuff. Thanks, Seamus. All right, let's send Jitka on her way. We'll bring in Jacob Spoonley. Yep, substitution required. No, sit down. You're getting in our shot, Jitka. Just.
All right.
Okay, all right.
Oh, that time. This is great.
Yeah, this is good.
This is a good little.
So, look, the US, it was a very serious tour, wasn't it? Don't move away from me.
Oh, sorry. I am moving away from you. I'm moving closer to Jitka.
Lovely.
The US, it was a very serious tour for them, trying to get things going for the World Cup later in this 2023 year.